All right, they're already starting, guys. Um, it's Fright Network versus me, and we're talking about Thankskilling 1, um, possibly 3. I don't know yet. All right, so what has everybody been doing since last Friday?
Fuzzy, are you right for this? We can chime in at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Video games. Yeah. Suck it, V.
Uh-huh. Oh, really? Anyway.
No.
Well, I'll go. So, it's been 2 weeks for me. Went to Monster Mania. I think that was last week. Yeah, last week. It was good. I met Robert Patrick, the T-1000 from Terminator. Met Bonnie Aarons, who played the nun. So I really didn't want to meet too many people. Nice and easy. I ran into our friend Chris from Swine and Dine and Megan. So it was good to see them. And Lou Temple was there, and we chatted with him a little.
Yeah.
Went to a concert down in Philly, and then we adopted a puppy. We adopted a Husky Shepherd mix. She has beautiful blue eyes, and we named her Sydney after Sydney from Scream. So
Of course you did.
it's the wife agreed somehow, and it's been like having a kid. I mean, running all around and having to go outside and just eating. And right now, my wife is volunteering at the shelter, so I have her in the cage, and I can hear her crying from downstairs. So, but she has to learn to be in the cage. So,
Your wife's in the cage?
No, maybe later, but not right now. So yeah, that's and me and Sydney watched Thankskilling this morning, and she fell asleep in my lap. So I don't think she really liked it much. She did watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit with me also this morning, and seemed to enjoy that. So she has pretty good taste in movies so far.
See, Fuzzy, it's a version of you and a puppy. So, Huskies, do they really like being outside in the snow?
Well, I mean, she was born July 4th, so, and she's a Husky Shepherd mix, so I don't know yet. She does have a little attitude like my wife, so there's that. She is a really sweet dog though. Like she just wants to be close to you and give you tons of kisses. We hosted Thanksgiving, and there's probably about 20 people in her household, and when we brought her down, she did great. There was tons of kids, and she was giving them kisses, and there was a baby, and she was giving the baby kisses. So she's so far great with people, kids, and everything. So hopefully it stays that way. And yeah, it's my girl. So I'll let you know in wintertime then if it's true about snow and all the other fun stuff and attitude and yapping back and crap like that.
Yeah, you might want to check because I hear a lot of Husky owners, even when they're mixes, tend to get the cops called on them because the dog doesn't want to come inside, especially during snow.
Well, to be determined. Can't give her up now. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna maybe like snow also now this summer or winter.
All right. All right, who's next? Not me.
I'll jump in. I can say, at least from my experience as a child, that they do really like snow. And my neighbor right across the street had two of them that were, I don't know, like 80 pounds or something. Like they were massive dogs, and they would spend like all day outside. Like he'd try and let them in, and they're just like, "Nah, I'm good here." So you might be ready to experience that, and they'll just abandon you and stay outside instead of hanging out with you, watching crappy movies down the road. But I've been playing lots of video games. I prestiged in Call of Duty Black Ops 7 this morning. I watched these lovely movies over the last couple days. I that's about as much as I can say about that at the moment. I survived Thanksgiving. I survived Grandma Dottie, and yeah, I'm here with you lovely people. And I'm fresh from a nap, so I'm chugging some caffeine so I can try and perk up a little.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, Fuzzy,
about
what are
you,
you
Buzz?
doing?
Video games, like Cypher said earlier. I
Uh-huh.
even got Fee to play Diablo 4
That
for
was
a
our
bit.
little secret. Why are you
Go.
saying secrets?
How is that a secret? Like,
It's a secret.
oh my goodness. Hey, for a horror podcast, Diablo makes it's a good game to kind of deal with the unnatural and evil spirits and whatnot. So yeah, that it was fun.
I mean,
It's the least she can do for what she did last week.
What?
I gotta tell you right now though, like you may have thought it was a secret, but like when he's online, I can see what his status is, and when it says that he's playing co-op Diablo 4, I don't figure he's playing with two controllers. So cat's out of the bag.
No, but it was a ton of fun, and Thanksgiving real mellow, just me and the wife, and some the normal stuff, cranberry, the cornbread, stuffing. Did chicken instead of turkey, let the turkey stay in the freezer for a bit because I'm not the biggest fan of turkey. One of these years I'll convince my wife to cook a duck, but I guess I gotta find a place that has to have one hand kind of thing beforehand. But other than that, just struggled through the movies that we're going to be reviewing. Like I said before we went live, I think the movie watched me more than I watched it, kind of thing. But yeah, it made for an interesting Thanksgiving holiday flick. But yeah, I'll definitely get into it more when we give our first impressions and stuff. But Fee, what have you been up to?
Apparently not clarifying certain things are secret.
Anyway.
Nah, just enjoying free time and dealing with my cats. They all seem to want to be around me for some odd reason. Except for Ellie. Ellie wants to be around Fuzzy. He's not allowed off the couch when he comes down because Ellie's got to be on his leg.
I'm her person, and
yeah, definitely. And then watching
Tony
trash.
And, yeah, well, she likes sleeping upstairs. She's more of a night owl.
Oh yeah, and I have to do dishes because our dishwasher broke after 20 years.
We have a new one's coming next month, so.
I mean, we had the same issue where our wouldn't turn on, and we actually turned off the breaker in the basement and turned it back on, and it reset and worked. So I don't know what your issue is, but at least that helped.
No,
the knob wouldn't spin, so it's like you'd have to manually put it through each thing, which probably is an easy part to repair, but I don't feel like being bothered with repairing it. Although I might regret the actions after we get the new one, but we'll see. But we started it like a night before kind of thing, and it was still running in the morning, and it was still on like the wash cycle, and then I moved it over to rinse. Like an hour later, it's still in the same spot. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just make sure I turn the knob. And when it got to dry, I was afraid that thing being so hot that it would set fire or something weird. But it didn't evaporate all the water. But yeah, it was time to get a new one. It served us well. 20+ years. It was part of the house when we bought the house and stuff. So
Yeah, that's
we got our
pretty
money's
good.
worth.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
ours ended up getting to 23 or 24 years old, and ours didn't just the buttons didn't stop working. I just came home one day and saw the shit all over the floor. Like there was just water all over in that area.
Mhm.
And I noticed that like the floorboard or the board under the cabinet had like swollen up and soaked in a ton of water.
Mhm.
So yeah, I got to replace mine. I think it was earlier this year as well. So I feel your pain.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. What makes it worse is that they changed the code. They changed the building code. About what, 10 years ago, they said.
Something like that. Yeah.
So now you can plug in your dishwasher, but if you already have one that's hardwired, they recommend doing the new one the same way because it's about 50% more of what they're going to charge you to hot wire. Well, basically wire it in to
Yeah.
hardwire it. So yeah,
Do
that's
you have to move a GFC, I think, plug
Mhm.
down to where you could plug it in. That's
Oh, you
Yeah.
don't have one down there already.
Mhm.
no, because it was hardwired
Oh.
originally, and then the
Mhm.
GFCs that we do have are all above the counter. So what they would
Gotcha.
have to do is go into the wall and basically redo a plug down there, but it's more than the install to do that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
we're going to sell this house in a couple of years. We'll worry about that when that time comes around. So
that makes way more sense because I thought you were saying that they were like trying to shaft you into doing it as hardwire instead.
Nope.
And most of the time anymore, especially for the last like 20 years, they've been usually putting a GFC right there down below so you can hook in the garbage disposal.
Mhm.
But that makes sense. If they had to run fresh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, because they didn't pull when we had the garbage disposal removed and a new one put in. I believe they hardwired that one too.
Yeah, it's re-hardwired. So yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty of being homeowners.
Hey, I still say it's better than renting.
It is. I mean, at least you can have more flexibility with what you can do. You still run into shitty situations like that sometimes, but at least you generally have more.
Yeah. You also don't have to worry about rent increases either.
But
No,
you
just
do have to worry
taxes.
about tax increases each year, which fluctuate your mortgage, which blows.
Yeah.
Taxes have been reasonable, except for the school tax. Although we kind of got our money's worth out with the boys going through dual enrollment, but it was one of those things where we have probably Pennsylvania's worst school district, and they're the highest tax base for a school district. So,
jeez.
Yeah, if you can get it where your kid can do dual enrollment, which is basically they go to high school and college at the same time for their associate's degree, I would say do that, especially if the school is going to pay for it or you get a really deep discount compared to what a regular college student would get. So
Yeah, we gotta see what's in play for ours.
Yeah, because we had to pay for a couple of the classes, but even that was discounted because they were still in high school.
Nice.
So you got to kind of double dip since it was two different funding sources.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they get a really deep discount even if they're not in if they don't put the taxes, they don't send a portion of the taxes over to the community college like Delaware County does. Certain towns and stuff in Delaware County, they send a certain percentage of tax money to the college every single year, regardless to who shows up to get the discount or whatever resident wise. But Coatesville doesn't do that. So for them to get the amount that they paid for in that deep of a discount, you know, it was really good for us because we didn't have to pay any additional. And then the discount for the 21 credits, up to 21 credits, that was 40% off.
Yeah.
Of
That's
what
nice that you can at least take advantage of it and utilize it accordingly. That's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen, stop talking about school tax and stuff. You're just trying to avoid Thankskilling over here.
We are guilty.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to talk about this one.
I think it was fun.
Let's say this. Instead of doing first impressions right now, we can do first impressions in a minute. I want to compare this to Summer Camp Massacre.
Okay.
Is it better? Is it on par? Is it not better? What?
Is that the one with that weird guy? Is that the Otto one or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I like this one. That Thankskilling definitely I like better.
Mm-hmm. There we got one vote for Thankskilling.
I have to give the camp one a leg up, and it's only a slight leg up because I at least laughed at the escaped mental institution patient that thought he was a cop kind of thing. That, at least from the camp thing, was funny to me. This was just weird. Like, maybe I should have had an adult beverage while watching this, and that would have probably went better. But for me, the camp had at least 2 laugh spots for me, or maybe 3 because of the interaction between the father and the 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it was just plain silliness. Thanksgiving was silliness as well, but it just, maybe it was because it was Thanksgiving, trying to rewatch it after falling asleep on it. Maybe that's why the jokes missed me, I guess. I could see it's silly, like the tossing of the salad where the turkey is doing that, and a few other wild things and stuff, but I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood for this type of movie. That's probably what it is, more so than anything.
Guys, he fell into a deep sleep on the first one.
Sounds about right.
All right, Cypher, tell us.
Well, I can't compare it because I avoided the bullshittery of the Camp Massacre. I wasn't there for that one. And when you guys talked about it so lovingly, I was like, yeah, I think I'm okay with not watching that one ever. But yeah, I don't know. I came to this thinking like, my buddy Matt, he's going to hook us up with a good movie and I'm going to have a good time. And after I watched the first movie, I thought to myself, like, what did I do to piss off Matt recently that would make him think this was fair payback? So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I must have wronged him in some form or fashion because this did not feel like, a friendly suggestion. This felt like a hate crime.
I feel you're being very dramatic.
No.
They said we wanted to do a Thanksgiving movie. There's actually not, as far as I know, not a ton of them out there. So without going for like,
actually good.
Yeah, but that's like the mainstream one. You want to like
watch a good movie? Sure.
Yeah. So up until this, I mean, I technically never watched the whole first one, anyways. Up until this, so it's not like I saw the movie and was like, "Oh, this is so good" or whatever. I just remember from the little I saw, I was just like, "Well, this is kind of entertaining." Like, different and cheesy. Like you're not going in expecting some Hollywood blockbuster. It's just like a couple friends that made this movie, and I don't know. I feel like I've seen a lot worse movies with worse acting, and uh, I mean, some of the comedy didn't age particularly well, but I mean, it did have some scenes where it's like, did I just watch that? And you're like, I totally did just watch that. And just like tying in some other horror franchises, like I just feel like it's a group of friends that like horror movies, wanted to make a Thanksgiving movie and included some little Easter eggs from more popular movies, horror movies.
Yeah, yeah. You know, friends that hang out talking about a turkey banging their girlfriend, and
Well, I thought we were going to
you
save
know
that part
that's
for later.
I don't know. I think that maybe growing up, my experience with hanging out with my friends was a little different. But
I mean,
each their own. I'm not gonna shame, I guess.
I really would have thought the first 2 minutes of the film would have sold you boobs.
Yeah, not even good boobs.
Oh my
Those boobs were bunk.
god.
You could tell they were fake too because those nipples kept tipping down when she was running around. There were obviously things in play that were not meant to move, and so it
Well,
made everything look disappointing.
maybe that's where the
That-
budget went.
It sure didn't go to showing us a good pair. Like all we got was how'd they say it in Mallrats? A wrinkly pair of chicanery. This is kind of what that looked like. I was like, okay, well, we saw boobs right off the bat. Maybe we'll see some other ones. Nope. Those were the only ones we saw.
Well, didn't we see
No.
the hick guy's boobs?
Oh yeah, that doesn't. No. That's.
Did you like those boobs better?
Yes, they were natural. I'll give him. I'll give him that.
All right,
For
so
sure.
you liked his boobs better.
No.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's a turkey that's coming back for revenge. Like, no.
Nah.
The first line he says is, "Nice tits, bitch." Like, how is that not cool? Turkey saying that.
It was cool. It's just, I don't know. It felt like a group of high school kids that, or right after high school, they were like, "We're going to make a movie," but they were high as hell, and
Yeah.
it just came across that way.
Okay, I'm sorry to tell you this, but that one, the football player, I don't even know his name. I couldn't even
The
catch
one
that.
that was like in his mid-30s.
I swear he was nearing his 40s in this movie.
Dude, bro had a receding hairline that was moving faster than the turkey, trying to get some action with his girlfriend.
Was that Johnny? Was Johnny the football player?
Yeah, Johnny.
I gotta look up these names. I mean,
Total jock.
I couldn't
Oh, God.
like I did not feel for any of these characters.
No, and then like I thought the one girl was really bad because like she was sleazy, but not in a way that was like enjoyable. And then when she
Yeah.
died, and then you had to plain Jane that was left, I was like, dear God, maybe give us back the other one because this girl is fucking boring. Like she is dry as saltine crackers. That personality was bleak.
So, let's see. Yeah, I guess it was Johnny. I mean, most of these people haven't been in much. So the guy Johnny, Lance Predmore, he's been in two things: Elementary in Education and Death, He was Jack. They got 3.6 stars, and then Thankskilling got 4.2. So obviously, this has a cult following.
It's like the Trolls, the movie Trolls 2. Like, you gotta look back and like 20 years later. I mean, it's coming up on the 20-year anniversary in 3 more years.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if it's a cult status worthy.
No. I think obviously they convinced someone to drink the Kool-Aid and fund the first movie, and then God, I don't even know how, but someone funded the third. That still shakes me. Like I think of like all the things that you could spend money on, and then I look at what they did with number 3, and I just think, man, like so many good things you could put that money towards. This was not it.
Let's see here.
Sorry, I'm being a Debbie Downer today. That third one got me in a specific way, I feel like.
I mean, this was shot in 11 days. It was college kids that shot it, like during college break.
Checks out.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. It's a pretty simple movie. I mean, it's a turkey kills off college kids during a Thanksgiving break. You know, like there's no hidden strings or plot twists that you're gonna find out about.
No, I'll definitely give you that the first one, like it was very clear what you were going into, and like they did tackle that very much so. Like they did what you would expect them to do with it, especially after it starts off. I think more than anything, the third one just confused me because I was just like, I don't know I don't know what the idea was here. Like,
yeah, I didn't get it either.
It went so far in a different direction. I was just like, I
Well,
don't know.
On IMDb, the third one says it's a foul-mouthed turkey who carves through the likes of a rapping grandma, a mindless puppet, a wig-wearing inventor, a bisexual space worm, and their equally ridiculous friends on his quest to recover the last copy of Thanksgiving 2. Like, that has so much stuff going on that it's crazy it's not a 3-hour movie. Like, it's...
yeah.
It's
I was my head was hurting before I even started it when I saw that it was like an hour and 40. Because the first one's it's like a tight hour and 10, hour and 7.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like this isn't great, but it's only an hour and 7. I got to the third and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
how is this one longer? How?
I was like halfway through and I'm like, it still's going?
Yeah.
I'm like, I couldn't even follow the plot. Like at first I thought it was about getting his DVD back and
but his DVD was his son.
I know, but then I don't know what the rest of the other half was because he got it back.
I guess he had to kill people for him not getting a hold of the DVD sooner.
But why were the puppets in it?
part of the ride, baby.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're talking about the third one, right?
Yeah, and I don't like what they did to that one puppet. Like, that was just really icky.
You mean wait, are you talking about when, which one are you talking?
Okay, well, first of all, I don't like what the worm was doing. I don't like what the worm was doing. Okay?
The worm with like the big like guard or whatever when it fell over. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Bubble
didn't like
tickling
the
over there in the
worm
corner.
The female
I,
one did.
I don't even remember. Huh?
Was you
You
missed
remember
that,
watching.
and
Watch it.
Yeah, I watched the intro with the woman with the missing spacesuit or spacesuit cutout, and
yeah,
then I think after that I fell asleep for a bit because it was just weird. And then he went to a house and the DVD. I guess he called it by his son's name, and then it came to life, and I was like, "What the?" And yeah, I 3 was not what I was expecting at all.
You watched a
They
whole
definitely
30
went.
seconds. And
Eh,
it wasn't even in consecutive 30 seconds.
yeah, blinks
dude,
in
it
between
gets
here and
so
there.
much worse.
But the
Wow.
first one, at least, like, okay, so
I mean, I give them credit because it's one of the first films I know of that skips the sequel and just goes right to number 3.
that was funny.
Okay,
At
so
least
let's
Number
talk about that. Let's
Go
talk about why they did it. So I'm gonna tell you why they did it because I looked it up. So this is what it says. The reason Thankskilling 3 does not have a sequel is that the creators intentionally skipped Thankskilling 2. The decision was a meta commentary on the low budget nature of the original film and the expectation that a sequel would be even worse. The narrative Thankskilling 3 continues from the first film, but it does not reference Thankskilling 2, making it a direct sequel in a meta fictional sense.
fucking classic.
Uh-huh.
Genius, I say.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Well,
But
the
I'm
funny
just like,
part about it was, to me, on that at least, was
I
at
mean,
least they were trying to act like there was a real 2,
the
and that
turkey in the third one puts a chainsaw to his arm, like Evil Dead. I mean,
mm,
and it was
I
a
was
Kickstarter, so
I was
they
unsure.
raised
I was
$100,000, so somebody believed in it,
yeah.
or
unsure
enough
if
people
it,
saw the first one
and
that
that's probably why it was an hour and 40 minutes, by the way.
fucking
because it was
God bless.
Kickstarted.
Yeah, because they wanted to at least give the people that gave them $100,000 something.
Well, they definitely did
A
that.
masterpiece.
Just blows my mind that
Okay.
people were
Okay.
irresponsible enough to give him $100,000. Jesus, they should have
Okay.
given him like $5 and a cheeseburger to fuck off.
I'm just wondering where that $100,000 went.
I did.
Went to the puppet
It
masters.
probably went
For all the
went to the
grandma
girl who
and the
showed moves,
wheelchair
and
and the little
The
worm and
puppetry.
the robot looking guy, like
I
that was
could have sworn
someone's
he was
cosplay.
foam.
Well, whatever. That was a decent cosplay, right? Like if you would have saw that at a convention, you would have been like, "That's pretty good."
all the characters looked like they were melting.
No, not impressed.
They looked like they were melting.
They all looked like they were melting. Like
Maybe they
again,
were.
I think it goes back to the comment earlier of like, I think, a bunch of friends that just got really high put it together. I feel like all these characters were made in that like
Hello?
fever dream.
Yeah.
Because they all looked like they were melting. Like the grandma, actively melting. 100%.
All right,
There was
so
some weird stuff going on.
So I'm gonna let Fuzzy know what he missed, okay? And you guys can include me in on this. Include in whatever you want. So it opens with the turkey arguing. Well, I guess, he's just sitting at home with his wife and his son. Okay. And the son's being the son. But his wife, of course, we see a, what is it, Master Pluck 3000 or something like that, where the guy in the wig, in the old colonial wigs. He's like talking about his Master 3000 Master Plucker 3000 or whatever. So we see this commercial, and then the news comes on, and then the news is not the greatest for the turkey, so he gets upset with his wife, and that's the first death, technically. Okay. So of course he launches himself into this frenzy to talk about hey, I need to get my DVD back. But then we don't see the turkey for how long? How long would you say? Almost 30 minutes?
Well, they had to develop the story. It's like Jaws. You don't see the shark all the time.
But we are introduced to a puppet and cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to build that character development.
And then the introduction between the puppet and the guy in the wig. And then, of course, they all merge together. And then it goes psychedelic. And what Fuzzy missed, yes, Morris, what Fuzzy missed, which, I'm ashamed, I'm disappointed he missed this. They actually had a throwback to video games.
Okay.
Yeah, remember the type of video games where it's like it's very digital, and then they come on and they speak, and then you go back to the fighting and stuff like that, and then they speak, and then you go back to the fighting. Yeah, that's kind of video game it was.
Okay.
So, Fuzzy, did you feel you missed anything, or do you feel you were rescued?
I might speed through to get to that part, but I don't know. I think the biggest thing was this one definitely was further out there compared to the first. Like the first one, it's a simple story. Group of kids coming home from school, going to their family for the holidays. Crazy turkey kills, some of them and their family, and just leads to a weird ending where, spoilers, their turkey gets set on fire, but he's radioactive, or it just they definitely threw all the things at the turkey at the end, including the kitchen sink kind of deal. But that one at least kind of made sense. Some of the humor was noticeable, but I guess I just wasn't in the mood for that type of movie. Like I said, the tossed salad, and then like the face swap stuff between the sheriff and the turkey, or even the earlier with the sheriff and his I guess now ex-wife that actually took a dump in his coffee kind of thing. So yeah, there was some weird like toilet humor kind of stuff to it. But like the second one, I felt like I was missing out by not taking some sort of substance to kind of follow. Like it was really just weird. Like the space stuff in the beginning, okay, it's like, oh, it's like Star Wars, and they're it's a pie and it's a turkey, and a woman that they blew up that didn't have or had cutouts in her spacesuit. That was funny.
Worst spacesuit ever.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out after that, like, were they going back to like old revolutionary times? Because like the one guy was wearing like a wig, almost like what you'd expect from
George Washington.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, are we space traveling and going back in time? And then I think I lost track of something and then dozed off. And then next part I remember, there was some other puppet which I didn't understand what that other puppet was. If it was a little girl or if it was just a random thing. And then I remember he came storming into an apartment I saw them dumping, I guess, copies of the DVDs of what would have been Thankskilling 2 in like landfill. And I was like, oh, this is a callback to E.T., the video game kind of thing.
Exactly.
And then after that, it's like, oh, he's still on this hunt for this DVD, and I just remember him calling out his son's name, and then the DVD magically had his son's head pop out of it, and I was like, whoa, oh, am I dreaming this, or is this no, this is what's in here. And yeah, I think either I asked my wife to cut it off at that point, or I was like, I'm going upstairs. This is too,
Yeah.
like, I've completely lost track. Yeah, I dozed off and missed some key stuff, I guess, but yeah, it was a little too wild. The first one,
You miss nothing.
tolerable, some humorous moments, but it I don't know.
I mean,
I guess the biggest thing that kept my attention was the Jeep, because me being a Jeep fan to some extent.
fuck?
But yeah, no. Obviously the opening scene was kind of funny, but it was like, yeah, that's as far as it went. And I was like, oh, is this going to be like a Skinamax flick? Like, you know how like cable, when they used to have the things after midnight, and it was like, oh, I always used to refer to Cinemax as Skinamax, because after a certain period of time, it was like, oh, the B-movie bimbo stuff would come on, and I was like, oh, is this going to be one of those? And no, it was just a weird killing teens coming out of college kind of film. But the second one, or the sequel, complete left field. Like, yeah, like I said, I needed some edibles or some stamps with some stuff on them, and I would have probably been more in tune. I don't know. That's just
I feel like the third. I mean, doing the third sequel, second, third, whatever you want to call it, not on anything was pretty trippy in itself. So if you were on something, it'd probably be a real mind trip with the creatures and puppets and that one little girl puppet or whatever kind of remind me of some kind of creature from Labyrinth or Dark Crystal, one of those two movies. And I was just like, wow, they're just taking like everything they enjoyed as a kid and trying to incorporate this with the turkey. I mean, in the first one though, let's go back to the first one. The turkey shows up at the one guy's house, and the guy opens the door, and he's in a turkey costume.
Mm-hmm.
And the turkey just has a little fake nose and glasses on, and the guy doesn't realize it's a turkey and like bites him in and stuff. Like, come on, man, that's genius. Or even just the turkey kills the dad, and then does like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre and like skins his face off and wears his face.
Yeah.
And then answers the door, and the daughter's just like, "Hey, Dad," and like has no idea it's the turkey. I mean, come on, you guys just don't appreciate this stuff.
Well, no, that stuff was funny, but it was like, I don't know, a different mood. I would have probably laughed a lot more, but I was hoping this would have been more of like a brutal, like more on the brutality and less on the comedy. At least that's what I was.
I didn't think this was comedy.
It had its moments. It definitely was cheesy and had its moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was no Troll 2.
I must have missed the moments when I went to the bathroom or something. I came back and it was just the same thing over and over.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think it had enough scenes where you're just like, oh my goodness, that it kept me entertained.
Mm-hmm.
With all the movies we watch, I definitely don't think this was that bad of one. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I would say definitely wasn't in the top 5 of worst ones we watched.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
some bad ones.
I think had we cut it off as just the first movie, that probably would have been okay. But like putting that second one in,
most of them were feast picks.
Yeah, just blame it on me.
It's true.
Well,
yeah, actually,
usually when we pull out the bangers, you don't really like them.
I like weapons.
Jeepers Creepers,
Yeah,
Sinners.
well, there were so many plot holes in Jeepers Creepers, I couldn't
Oh,
keep
sweet
up.
Jesus.
Oh my god, not the plot
Sweet
holes
Jesus.
again.
I
Yep,
couldn't keep up the plot
and
holes.
Do you even know what a plot
Let's-
hole is? Are you
Yes, I
saying
do know what a
pothole?
plot hole is.
Maybe there were. You're right. There were a lot of potholes in Florida. My bad.
Hey, guys, let's not forget. Let's not forget the historical
I mean, Jeepers
inaccuracy
Creepers.
in Sinners.
It's a banger. It's a classic. Like,
Inconsistency.
what plot holes can you find in that?
And what?
What, Jeepers Creepers or in this
In
one?
Jeepers Creepers that she's talking about.
I disagree with plot holes because she was trying to pick on the fact that he had this souped up vehicle and who's maintaining it and where did he get his license.
Yeah,
I'm
where
like,
did he get his license?
Do you think he really needs a license? Like, do you think he went to the
who's
DMV?
pulling him over and actually going to write him a ticket?
Exactly. Where are the cops?
Can you guys hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Do I sound better now?
Someone that's seen so many movies and picks movies apart, you would think by now you would know, like, cops aren't always where they're supposed to be, and they go down the hallway and they're not supposed to go down the hallway and stuff like that.
First of all, I cannot imagine a cop not being posted on that road, knowing full well you're going to get a whole bunch of out of towners. They're speeding.
It doesn't even look like that road got regular towners, let alone outer towners. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that was such a popular road, they would have found the church right away. Like, never mind.
It was a long stretch of road. That's why it's perfect for cops to set up.
I just want to know where.
Did you not see the
where's
police
that
station? How
warranty
small
for?
it was when they went there? They had other things to worry about.
Like what? The
Than
pie contest?
sitting on an abandoned road, waiting for out of towners to drive by.
Okay, first of all, I didn't see much crime in that city. They were all at the diner. Like almost every single resident was at the diner.
The crime, you mean minus the creeper? Like,
Yeah,
did you miss
minus
all
the
that?
creeper. I didn't see no crime.
Well, then they're doing their job.
I mean, when the crime is literally like,
Why would you want
person-
crime to take away from the creeper in the movie?
like the creeper was cleaning up crime.
What kind of crime? He was picking on a kid and his sister driving.
You don't know. Maybe they could have been really bad people and they were about to like
Okay.
rob a 7-Eleven.
Really?
Yeah.
Justin Long would rob a 7-Eleven with his sister.
That mustache has always looked suspect.
What?
See, you're just creating plot holes on this one. You're creating plot holes.
No, there were probably
I
plenty.
don't remember a 7-Eleven being in Jeepers Creepers.
They looked different back then. It was the 90s.
Did we watch the same movie?
Hey, I said the same
Oh.
thing about Sinners, but y'all swore up and down I had the
Hey.
same movie as you.
I watched the one that had a rapping grandma.
I mean,
Was that the same one?
I wasn't there for last week's podcast, but I only know of one movie called Sinners.
No, there's two.
And to give it a 2 was yeah.
There are two
pretty
movies
rough.
called Sinners.
Well, I'm sure the other one's not a 2 either, though.
Oh yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Well,
Yeah, it was back in
Take
the
every-
1990s. It was an action thriller. So
and
would
you don't
like
think it's
me-
that?
Would you like the synopsis?
Sure.
Okay. Love is in the air in a small Italian neighborhood of New York. But is it safe to cheat on your wife with your cousin whose brother owns a shotgun and whose hobby is blowing up cars?
Well, that already sounds better.
see the rating on this one.
That might be better than Dead and Breakfast.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. It's a higher rating than Troll 2. That is just wrong.
I didn't know
3.7.
I didn't know there was a second Sinners movie or like a different Sinners movie, but Fee was
And
he was
Thankskilling
leading
got
into
it better
the
than
comic
3.7, I
scenes.
believe.
Whatever. Oh, She-Hulk.
Good evening, She-Hulk. Cult classic. Thankskilling is a cult classic like Plan 9 from Outer Space. You have to watch
Yes.
it a few
See,
times
she
to
knows.
appreciate it.
She-Hulk obviously knows what's up. You gotta watch it more than once, and you'll appreciate it. Like,
that's like your alternate
it's not
account.
one you gotta watch every year. Or, I don't know. Maybe you want to watch it every year, but like, it's just a good cheesy movie. Like,
You're logged into an alternate account on
the
another.
turkey's tossing a salad in the movie. I mean, what more? The turkey. There's a couple having sex in the movie, and the guy is doing the woman from behind, and the turkey kills the guy, and then the turkey proceeds to finish the job, and she comments on how he didn't last so fast, and then he said something about now you got stuff, and then later on they find gravy, a small gravy flavored condom or something. Like, come on, man.
There was definitely some hijinks in there, but
there was more hijinks in Dead and Breakfast.
That was still a bad movie.
Yeah.
I don't know which one gets the higher rating of the two, but that was also a bad movie.
Yeah,
Dead and Breakfast, though, I feel like was a big missed opportunity. I think, well, shame on me first off for believing Fee when she was like, "This is my favorite zombie movie." Like,
I didn't say it was my favorite. I said it was one of my favorites.
You did.
You said it was your favorite.
I said one of my favorites.
Okay, well, one of your favorites. So it got me intrigued, and then I saw the cast, and I was like, "Oh, there's some people I know in here. Like, this isn't too bad." And then I watched it, and that's where it fell apart. I even mentioned it to my friend, my buddy, and I was like, "Hey, you ever see this?" And he's like, "No." And then I told him the cast, and he's like, "Oh wow, like that's a good cast." And I was like, "Yeah." And that's about the only positive you can say about this one is it has a good cast.
You feel they weren't utilized well?
Maybe, or I don't know, they utilized as best as they could.
I mean, they only had like 5 or 10 minutes of actual airtime with any of the characters because they couldn't afford it.
Right? Like, I don't know. There's some movies you made us watch that I try to block out as soon as the podcast ends because some are very painful to watch, and I have a short attention span to begin with, so to try to focus on movies that I just am not into is extremely difficult. And some of these, it's almost like a chapter book. It's like, all right, I can focus for like a good 15 minutes, and then I'm going to have to turn it off, do something, and come back. All right, got another 15 minutes. And then, yeah, my bad.
But you found this quirky.
I did. I truly did.
Man, this movie took me like...
I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it's no great movie. It has plenty of flaws. It does have enough little cheesy, entertaining moments that like kept me entertained a little. Whether it's just like the way the turkey would jump up and down, or just the cheesy stuff that he said or happened to him, a bit of a vulgar turkey with the language. It was enough that it kept me entertained. Like I said, I'm not saying it's gonna win any awards or, but it definitely was decent. Like not as bad as you would say.
All right, so
Let's put it this way: would you give it? Was it better than Sinners? Fee.
Debatable.
So
Oh, geez.
as of right now,
It's not even debatable. Sweet.
this is
Three definitely not. The only thing good
Even
in that
first
movie was
off,
the sound.
so
Oh, jeez.
so as of now for this first one, you're not sure if you would put this or Sinners above. Who would be above?
I don't know. No. It's
Wow.
hard. It's really hard.
Just for the
this
record,
was
I'm not
original.
saying this is better than Sinners by any means, but I just wanted to see how Fee
I mean,
felt
it
about
was
this.
original.
Oh,
I can give it
here
that.
we go.
What?
What?
You got
I
complaints?
think minus the people that were involved in this movie and the people that maybe GoFunded me or kickstarted the other one and Fee, they're the only people that would say this is better than Sinners. Actually, I don't even think the people that made this movie would say this was a better movie than Sinners. Like, I think Fee's in the minority.
Mhm.
I am. Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
No,
But
there's
You
other
made
people.
my head come or my head back. Or oh my good God, I can't even talk now.
Ooh.
You made my headache come back just by saying that this movie was even remotely close to Sinners.
No?
Damn it.
Okay.
There were
No, there weren't.
6 point.
Quit lying.
There were 6.1 thousand people that gave Sinners a 1 star, and there was 2.6 thousand people that gave it a 2.
And 6,000 of those
Out of
1 stars
millions.
were your alt accounts. Didn't like it. Wasn't historically accurate. Didn't like it. The vampires didn't shine.
I don't know.
and glitter.
There's always gonna be haters that shit on every movie. So
Yeah.
even if a movie's a 10, a 9, that's close to being a 10, there's gonna be people that be like, "Oh, there's no plot. It wasn't original," kind of
No, it
thing.
wasn't.
Didn't like it. It didn't have Edward
Oh,
Cullen.
the clothing they wore, it was bad. I don't know. Just they find stuff about everything. So
Yeah. Well,
But
Presto,
I'm not that person.
Like-
between these two Thanksgiving movies, the first and the sequel, which of the two did you like better?
Who, me?
me.
No, Presto.
So the first one. If you're looking for like just a movie, like a cheesy movie to watch that you can understand the story by watching it,
Mhm.
I would say the first one. Now to get to the sequel, number 3, if you're looking for a movie that like totally fucks with your head and you're watching it, but you think you might have fell asleep because there's stuff happening and you don't understand how it got there or what it is, number 3 is definitely the way to go. There was so much happening in number 3 where it was almost like a overload where it's like, what is this character? What is this character?
Mhm.
What is going on? Like, are we in space? Are we not in space? Like it had a little bit of everything you can imagine in a movie and then more.
Yeah.
Now would you need to watch the first one to even begin the third one or the sequel? Or is it something that can stand on its own kind of deal?
I feel like you can kind of. I mean, it's always good when you watch the first one of anything to go to the sequel. This one, I feel like the third one the sequel kind of can stand on its own too. Like, would it be helpful? Yeah, but also it kind of explains what happened in the first one. And
I don't think it does. I think
no,
you can watch Thankskilling 3 separately from Thankskilling 1. There's
I
not
mean,
much associated with either one of them except for the turkey itself.
and trying to find the last copy of Thanksgiving 2 that was so bad, the studio destroyed them all.
Well, yeah, but that has nothing to do. None of that has anything to do with Thankskilling 1.
I mean, yeah, I guess there's not like survivors from the first one in this one or anything.
No.
And in the third one, he does have a son, the turkey. So
Mhm.
there's that nice father-son bonding experience. I do feel like they missed maybe this is me seeing some weird ass movies. I felt like they missed a little bit of an opportunity when the turkey had sex with the girl. I thought she was gonna get pregnant and we were gonna get some like crazy mutated thing, but nah, he finished and killed her and didn't want any part of that. That was his plan B that he was working with. So guess we didn't have to worry about that.
I kind of feel they probably should have went that route though with the sequel or something. But yeah, I don't know. There are, in my opinion, worse movies out there. I don't think this is the worst. There's definitely been stuff that he has made us watch that would possibly take that title. But like for me,
I disagree with that.
3 is one of those I'll probably have to, or the sequel, or however you want to refer to it. It's probably something I'll have to watch when I'm in the mood for, like a brain off kind of watch a movie and just laugh, eat popcorn kind of thing. First one wasn't bad. It just wasn't what I was hoping for with Thanksgiving. I was hoping it would have been slightly more serious, maybe more brutality, but that's totally not what they were going for. They were going for the cheesy comedy, kind of a spoof or a play on a lot of the summer camp kind of like films where it's like, oh, the kids are back home from school or the holidays or wherever, and this mass murderer comes through and kills them, but they don't recognize him, like you said, with the whole face-off thing with the sheriff and stuff like that. But
one thing, Cypher, you're on mute, right?
I was on mute in portions, but he couldn't hear me even when I was talking.
No, I could hear you. I think it's something between you and Presto because I can hear you.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm saying is like you guys can hear me, but I think Presto's having an issue. So I figured I'd just jump back in.
Yeah, and we can hear Presto. He jumped out too. You guys are having difficulties.
I figured he put me on mute because he was tired of me shitting on one of his favorite movies. I was like, is he done with my shit? Because like he's not even acknowledging what I'm saying now. Like I figured I'd pushed him a bridge too far.
No.
But while he's gone and can't talk over me. Oh damn, he's back. Never mind.
I could hear you now though, so
hey. So I'll say it simply then. I think we could have just gotten one Thanksgiving and never a second. That would have been probably a better situation.
Yeah.
Because the first one on its own is not terrible. Like I prefer it over Dead and Breakfast.
Yeah.
I prefer it over Sinners at thinking about it.
Well,
oh my goodness.
At least it's an hour or something compared to over 2 hours.
Thinking about it, I'd probably like pierce my scrotum instead of watching Dead and Breakfast again. So, if we're talking about things we'd rather do.
Watch paint dry.
fucking
Yeah,
put
Sinners
bamboo
is like
shoots under
that.
my fingernails. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But watching paint dry, yeah, that would be more preferable than Sinners.
Mm.
You.
Wow.
Mm.
You
You're
don't
crazy.
understand. I've seen some awesome vampire movies, and that was not it.
2 out of
Okay.
10 didn't have Robert Pattinson. 2 out of 10, the girl that I thought was going to be Bella wasn't even like Bella at all.
Come on,
2
Near
out of
Dark
10,
was
it
better than
didn't take
Sinners.
place in Seattle.
Oh, come on, you gotta admit, Near Dark was better than Sinners.
Maybe. I haven't seen it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I'm not even. I guess I need to watch Near Dark then.
Yeah, I guess I got to watch
You guys
that.
gotta watch Near Dark. Thirst.
Because if Near Dark was better than Sinners, then that's a high bar, and I look forward to watching a good movie.
Mhm.
I mean, Sinners was a 2, so it couldn't be that good according to Fiend.
It can only go up from here, can't it?
Mhm.
Shit.
You would think, but
You would
she
hope.
does some crazy shit.
It'd be like, oh, there's a plot hole. The vampires didn't, instantly burst into flames at sunrise.
There's a pot.
Yeah, but that's
hole.
nope. I'm telling you, Near Dark is better.
Okay.
I feel like no matter what you would argue, like in a movie like that, like if there was a vampire movie where you have garlic and you keep them away, you'd be like, huh, so original, it's been done. But then if they didn't do that, you'd be like, huh, they didn't even use the garlic trick. Like, can you
Not
believe
even
that shit?
historically accurate.
Yeah, it's not inaccurate. Like, you would just,
Yeah.
no matter which way it went, you would just find a way to complain about it because that's what you do.
Not
That's
as
why I
telling
say.
me at all.
That's why I say I was convinced that she was just saying that stuff just to fuck with me and like piss off Fuzzy and I. Like I couldn't see Fuzzy, but I felt like I could hear him scraping the hairs out of his head as he was like rubbing his temples and just like trying to fight off a headache.
Come on. Eddie Murphy
Fuzzy's
did
a pretty
better
peaceful.
job.
Fuzzy is a pretty peaceful guy, pretty mellow guy, but man, I heard a man on the edge of breaking last week.
I'm surprised he didn't go downstairs and smack a bitch.
I was surprised that he wasn't like, I'm just going to the fucking couch for a couple days. Let this settle. Let this shit settle.
This is actually the first time in a week he's been out of his new game room.
He's
Dad to lure
finally
him out with
revealed
playing
himself.
video games.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of ironic that the time you piss him off the most, you conveniently play video games that week.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I get video gaming in sometimes too. Oh no, I pissed you off. I guess I better go think about what I was doing and spend some time over here on the couch.
I'm just letting you know, Eddie Murphy did a better job in playing a vampire than the whole movies of Sinners.
I doubt that heavily. I doubt that.
What movie are we talking about now?
Are you serious? You don't remember
some werewolf
Eddie Murphy?
in the Bronx or something stupid? I forget what it was.
I don't even remember it.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was
you really
forgetful.
don't remember it? Wow.
Well, it wasn't a Coming to America, so yeah, I don't remember it right now.
Yeah, he tried to make me watch Coming to America 2.
I mean, it's better than whatever that vampire one was.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Oh my god.
Well, there's your answer, Sin. Sin in the chat just said, ask if she thought Vampire in Brooklyn was better than Sinners. There you go, Sin. Start your evening early with drinking and trying to wash away the bad take.
Really? Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn. That's what it was.
I'm currently drowning my movie sadness in Santa Claus from Bombastic Brewing. It's a 10.5 chocolate orange imperial stout. It is delightful.
Uh-huh.
By tomorrow morning, I will have forgotten. I will have forgotten all.
You've forgotten all.
Should send a 4-pack to Fuzz and
Care package.
Oh.
Not Utah doesn't let us do fun things like that. We can't even be included in those like beer of the month or wine month clubs. We can't have alcohol sent to us.
for real.
Yeah,
You
because
guys are lame as fuck.
yeah, the DABC is a bunch of pricks that need to get their tax on everything alcohol because it's their sin tax. So they want to make sure that everyone's paying at max for any of their alcohol.
Although I do have to admit, Pennsylvania is just now getting from under some of the restrictions. Like I remember when I first moved here, there was no alcohol on Sundays, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like we're just now allowing grocery stores to carry wine. Well, actually, that's more like probably for the past 5 or 10 years now.
Mhm.
But like coming from New York, I was used to 7-Elevens being open 24 hours and having beer in the coolers and stuff. And it's like you go to Wawa and it's like, oh, no alcohol. Although there are a handful of them, I think, that have beer, although none of them are around where we live. I know the Wawas in Virginia have alcohol in them, but yeah, Pennsylvania is weird on some of that stuff. Although you could definitely participate in the brewery or the brewer of the month and all those things because there's a lot of like microbreweries out here. So
yeah, we
the
can't.
economy relies on it.
Yeah, we can't even have wine in the grocery stores. The grocery store has a max of 5% alcohol volume. And it gets better too. If this tells you just how religiously butt puckering the state is about their alcohol and making it available to people. There's a bunch of local shops here that have started carrying alcohol-free alcohol. So you've got alcohol-free whiskey and wine and like all sorts of random crap. It's the dumbest, dumbest shit you've ever seen.
Isn't that just colored water?
It's dude. I just for shits and giggles. One time, I was like, you know what? I'll grab a bottle of this wine, this non-wine wine, just so I can see what it's like. It was the grossest fucking shit. Like, if you're looking to get off of drinking, then I would strongly recommend that you try it because it will make you never want alcohol ever again. Like, it is disgusting.
Wow.
But there's like seriously companies out here, and there are some of the local stores that have a ton of non-alcoholic items, and it is gross.
Well, I'll tell you this much. It was a horrible situation for heavy drinkers and alcoholics alike during the pandemic in Pennsylvania.
You had to get on the registry, and you get like a lotto number of which day you could come out there, and you were limited to I think 2 bottles or something ridiculous. Like if it was hard alcohol, I think 2 bottles, and if it was, like regular beer or something like that, I think you could get like, what was it, 2 6-packs? I don't even think you could get a case. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah, we have that here. They used to call it the lottery for like unique special bottles and stuff. They were like super limited. But they actually stopped calling it the lottery because Utah doesn't like the idea of gambling, and so now they call it like the special selection or something fucking cultish. It's fucking stupid. This place is so dumb about some of this stuff. It blows my mind. And you know what? I wish I could say that it was getting better. But all the time that I spent when I was in the market, back when I was working on the soda side of things, and I saw and talked to the beer reps, to when I worked at the brewery, to after, like 20 years in the making, nothing has changed significantly. And they're all still very hell-bent on trying to restrict people from doing things, which which, as we know, the more you try and restrict someone doing something, the more they're going to try and do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. And then you just don't get your tax dollars for when they do get the alcohol.
So we have a question.
Oh.
Here's a better question. Do y'all think Eddie Murphy is more or less proud of doing Vampire in Brooklyn than Michael P. Jordan is for doing Sinners? Hey, Eddie Murphy still lists it.
I'm not proud that he did it. If that counts for anything.
Hey, it was more original.
For Christ's sake.
Any way you look at it, I don't think Eddie Murphy even includes that in his favorite top 100 movie. Well, I don't even know if he's done 100, but probably out of the top 20 movies he's worked on as far as memorable or favorite, I doubt Vampire in Brooklyn is anywhere near.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Considering the stuff that he was talking about recently on Netflix and then the other interview thing he did, Vampire in Brooklyn wasn't even mentioned. Like Norbit was mentioned more than that. So that gives you any indication of where that stands for him. Yeah, Norbit was mentioned. So
that's saying something.
A movie that will never fly nowadays.
Boy.
Well, I'm just gonna say he's got a lot of movies. He's acted in 85, but he has more.
Now you're trying to justify why it wasn't in his top 10.
No, I'm not saying anything about it wasn't in his top 10. I'm just saying Candy Cane Lane, which he just did. Come on now. I mean, he's doing kids movies at this point. I mean, he's a better actor than Rock, but
well, Rock tries to act and he's just being himself. And
yeah, well, I
think people are tired of him in movies. Like, finally, I think we're getting a Fast and Furious without him kind of thing. And we'll see if that series comes back to life or not. But
I don't know. Vin Diesel, I feel like, is hell-bent on trying to sabotage this last one. Like, it sounded like a good thing, but then all the stuff you've heard recently and how he's just kind of like pushing it off and just slowly like doing anything about it. I don't know if we're ever going to see that movie.
So I got two comments here. More original than Blackula, or how is Vampire in Brooklyn more original than Blackula? I never said it was more original than Blackula.
No, just more original than Sinners, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Look, I've seen a lot of vampire movies, and I could see where they drew all the inspiration for Sinners from tons of other movies, not just other vampire movies.
Chat, if any of you were here last week during the headache-inducing conversation that he was throwing at us, Fuzzy and I both brought the point over and over again. Almost every movie that has come out for the last like 3 or 4 decades, you can show where they drew inspiration and ideas from. Like, it's never going to get more original than it was like 100 years ago.
All right, so where did Thankskilling's inspiration come from?
From being high and thinking like, yo, have you ever thought about if a turkey would fuck a girl? That's pretty funny, right?
But that's not another movie. That's just somebody thinking something while they're high, which seems to be a lot of people these days.
I think they were just a group of friends that wanted to make a movie, do something a little bit different that's already been done before. Maybe it was filmed in the fall around Thanksgiving. I don't know. But they came up with this premise and decided to do it. I mean, it hasn't been done a million times or whatever, like other movies have.
I agree.
Like Sinners.
Not a million times, but it's still like some of some of the inspiration has been pulled from other things, just like Sinners.
Which I do like that. It's almost like giving nod to what came before you in a way, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
paying homage.
respecting.
The whole movie doesn't have to be a big
boy.
nod to 20 other films.
Mhm.
You're just crazy. You just
Yeah.
Crazy.
Sinners
Mhm.
wasn't one giant homage to something else.
Yes, it was.
There may have. Oh my fuck! God.
there are times I wonder how Fuzz deals with your shit all the time. Or I've been with Fuzz a handful of times, so I know he's a good guy. But if I never met Fuzz in person, I'd really question your taste in men by your movie selection.
Mhm.
You're not
I'm
what I
not
pictured at
sure if
all.
that's a compliment or they just don't know you very well, Fuzzy.
Huh?
Wow, she just basically called you a disappointment.
Mhm.
Never just said
Wow, Fuzz.
Mhm.
Presto just said something nice about you. Obviously, they don't know who you really are, lame ass
Time to go play some
motherfucker.
video games. Sounds like another long week of playing video games on the couch. Am I right?
Mhm. Yes, it
Mhm.
does.
Hey, hun, if I would rate you, you'd be a 1.5 out of 10. Oh, thanks.
Gee, thanks.
I never
I
said
gotta
that.
go. I gotta go to the hardware store. I'll be back.
What would you rate
What the
Fuzz
shit?
out of 10?
Hey,
Oh,
we're
no.
not gonna do that.
Oh no!
Oh, we are.
Oh
No,
no!
we're not.
Not very original. So
Yeah. Would you rate them higher than Sinners?
Definitely. More
What
original
about
than Sinners.
he had parents, so he's not very original because
Yeah.
the ideas
I'm
that
a
good
copy of a
people
copy.
make him and
I don't know. He had two parents that were actually still married, whereas in my upbringing that was a rare thing. So yeah, I think that's pretty original.
Oh boy.
my parents were together. I feel you. Solidarity. It's not very common anymore for sure, but we are also not original.
Uh-huh. Are you sure?
Influence from upbringing. So yeah.
I think you guys are grasping at straws here.
All right. I'll
No.
just make this as gross as possible. Our parents liked to bone. We like to bone.
Oh my
Not, not very original. All right. Yep. Case closed.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy that mental image. Have fun.
Uh-huh.
And the awkward silence.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, Cypher always has to deal that out. The awkward
The
silence.
original like that.
Look, I'm just recovering from all the laughter.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. And Morris
Well, I
keeps on
guess-
coming up to me.
Well, speaking of laughter, what were your guys' favorite parts of either 1 or 3?
This one has to go to Presto.
Well, I mean, the Texas Chainsaw in the first one, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre part where like he skins the dad and then the dad's a full-grown adult, yet when he skins him, his face is like a little small one. It's a little small face that fits the size of the turkey. And then the fact that the daughter comes like, "Hey, dad," and like totally oblivious to it's the turkey. Like now, like they dress the turkey up in the same outfit or something. Like, and then just the guy wearing the turkey outfit at the table with the turkey, while the turkey has like a little disguise on. They're just little cheesy things. And yeah, the third one, I mean, there's just, I guess I'd call it a mind fuck of things that are going on in that one where like maybe there's so much going on. It's almost like me, someone with ADHD, like try and make a movie and your brain can't keep up. So you just keep adding stuff in the movie. And before you can process what happened, you're already adding something else on. So it's just like, it doesn't give you, maybe that's why you fell asleep, Fuzz, because there's so much going on. You're just exhausted from trying to pay attention. So like, you're just like, oh man, I'm exhausted. I need a nap.
I couldn't even get him up.
Well, that's a personal problem.
That's what
But
she said.
anyways, we're talking about this movie.
I even tried to use the cats. I'm like, get up, you gotta see the cat. You gotta see the cat.
So,
what?
Uh-oh.
so let's talk about Thanksgiving 2 that did not happen now.
Oh, boy. That went sideways.
No, I as far as my favorite part of Thanksgiving 1, kind of like what Presto said, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre part with the face swap and whatnot was kind of funny, and the fact that the turkey snapped when I think the sheriff said something along the lines of like he called him a chicken or that's an odd duck or something like that, and that's what made the turkey snap and kill him, kind of thing. But also in the beginning with the sheriff, and I guess his now ex-wife literally took a dump in his coffee. He was like, "Oh, this coffee's horrible. It tastes like you took a shit in it." Yeah, I did. And I was like, "Oh God, that was." I mean, those are probably my favorite parts, although those are not like parts that it's like, "Oh yeah, that was great" and all, but it was just odd to see that in a movie. Like what would be a normal running joke, and it's like, no, she literally took a dump in the pot type of thing. But for 3, the only part I really remember that was kind of funny, other than like the Star Wars like beginning, was just the little I guess DVD becoming his son, or his son popping out of the DVD, which weird and kind of funny at the same time, considering, you know, I guess those other DVDs that were buried were other sons or something. I don't know. So once again, I got to rewatch it at some point. But well,
No, he's not. He's not gonna rewatch.
I'll try. I'll give it another try at some later date.
Oh, you'll give this another try.
Yeah. What? Why? Was there another movie I'm supposed to give a try that I'm like, nope?
Several.
She wants your
Resident Evil
to prove that it's good.
I've watched most of the Resident Evils at least once. I don't need to watch them again.
Oh man.
Well, at least they didn't make you fall asleep.
No, I was just frustrated they weren't as good as the game. So
whatever.
I'm a sucker for the Resident Evil movies. That's probably because I didn't play the games hardcore. I'm sure if you played the games, you might not like the movies as much.
That'll do it.
Is that what it is? Because like,
well, the more
you were
recent
hardcore
one is more in tune with the game, the Raccoon City one. But the others were like, I wouldn't say far removed, but a good bit different than what the games were. So,
see, I think I played a couple of the games for PlayStation. I think one of the biggest issues was I hated the point of views. I know that's what the game was, but I hate when you like it show from above or something, or a weird sideways view.
Yeah.
So I didn't really mess with the games. Yeah. So I just kind of did the movies and enjoyed them.
That's fair. I had a hard time with the movies because you had Mila Jovovich in it, and it was literally just a game of her being like, "Hey babe, I was thinking I'd do this interesting stunt and it would look super cool." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, roll film." And then they tried to make it like work as a movie, and it was
Was that her husband that was the director?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's still her husband.
Yeah. The nepotism was very much on air. You're like, oh, I see why you were given all of the opportunities to try and shine. Okay.
So the only thing I don't like about her acting is that outside of Fifth Element, pretty much all of the characters are the same.
Yep.
Multi-pass.
Strange how that works, right?
No,
It's almost like nepotism.
Yeah, I mean, Fifth Element was the only one where she actually acted differently and in accord with the movie rather than what she does now. Like, she's been in Monster Hunter and a few other things, but she's still playing the same Alice character from Resident Evil.
Did you not see the movie Breathe?
No, I have not seen Breathe because I stopped watching her movies because they were all the same character.
But that's not. She was in Zoolander 2. That's not the same.
Okay, so I didn't watch Zoolander because I don't like that type of movie.
She was in The Fourth Kind. That wasn't the same.
I mean, no, but she's still... Her acting still wasn't...
She was in Dazed and Confused.
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, that was about the only time that I was like, oh, hey, she's like a normal person.
Yeah, but most of what she plays is action hero style characters.
God forbid she's a badass.
She's not a badass.
No.
Okay,
so this is not like Charlize Theron. It's not like some of, like Atomic Blonde is different from her other movies. Like, she's not playing the same character over and over again.
I mean, she did 45 in Faces in the Crowd, which were pretty not same character based. You just hate to hate.
No, I like her. I'm not saying I don't like her. I mean, I love Resident Evil. I loved, I wouldn't say all of them, but I definitely have favorites. And it's not her acting that I have a problem with. It's when they decided they were going to do 3D in a movie, it doesn't really translate well on the screen unless you're in the special theaters.
Your problem is
very original.
You say everything she does is the same.
And I said all her action stuff is the same.
Because that's all you've watched. When you name the other ones, you're like, oh, I didn't see that. I'm not into that. That's not me.
I watched Fifth Element.
It has always entertained me that no matter what movie she's in, they always have a hard time not making her look like a mouth breather on the camera. Every single movie, every single one. With Dazed and Confused, I was like, well, maybe she's high. But then every time you see her, you're just like, yo, like just prop that mouth closed. Just for a second, baby doll. Please. It's a weird thing with her. But she must have something amazing that has helped her through the years, because she always gets all the roles in Z tier movies. My this is going to sound gross, so I apologize. I think probably one of my favorite parts of the first Thankskilling was when the turkey did hit it doggy style with that girl, and then made the comment of, "Now you got stuffed, bitch." I thought that was entertaining. It was horrible. It was gross, but that was probably one of the better parts.
Because you weren't expecting it.
The face, I will give you that I did not expect him to leather face the dad's face. I did not expect that. And I kept pulling my fee card for a second. I was like, that's not fucking realistic. He's only like a foot tall. How are they not aware that this is not her dad? I was like, oh, that's right. Okay. All right. I got to remind myself this is just a weird movie. But when I first saw it and they walk in, or they knock on the door and he opens the door and they're like, "Oh, Dad," and he's like a foot off the ground. He's like, "Oh, hey, honey." It's like, what? What the fuck is this? It was strange. There were a few amusing parts. Like I said, I think if we didn't have number 3, I think I would have probably enjoyed one more, or like I feel like after watching number 1 and then going to number 3, I feel like number 1 was soured. My experience with it was soured because 3 was just not necessary.
No, it was not necessary.
Yeah, Sin is right in the chat also. He said, please don't kill me, but I didn't really care for The Fifth Element. Every time Chris Tucker was in a scene, I was ready to walk out the theater. I was the same way with him, and it agitated me because I really enjoyed Jackie Chan back in the days. And when I had to deal with Chris Tucker being in the Rush Hour movies, I was like, just go away. Like, go away. Let Jackie have the film. You go away. Like, just not an actor I was a fan of, sadly.
How you feel about that, Fuzzy?
I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was a better actor, I think, in Friday, but that was kind of his type of comedy. So,
yeah,
it was annoying in Fifth Element. Like, I think about the only part that was funny for like with Chris Tucker for Fifth Element was when he was screaming, that like high pitched squeal or whatever kind of thing. But yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Well, his career has slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
No, if you've heard any of his sayings, some of it is because of the supposed conspiracies within Hollywood and the I wouldn't say the Illuminati or whatever, but whatever secretive group that he did not want anything to do with, kind of thing.
Yeah, he went kind of weird. Like he went off the deep end a bit, like Randy Quaid. And you're just like, oh boy, like. but to be fair, also, like, how many people want to see a grown ass man with a squealy voice on the screen all the time? Like, it worked somewhat when he was young, and it was kind of entertaining, but I don't think you could pull that same shtick anymore.
Well, he was in Air recently in 2023. That was the partnership between Michael Jordan and Nike's basketball division. And now he has 2 things. One is Development Unknown, which is Rush Hour 4. And then Last Friday, which is in pre-production. And it's supposed to come out 2026. That's all it says.
They really shouldn't have.
Well, they have Ice Cube in it, him and Mike Epps. So it's a combination between the first and the second one.
All right.
And the writers are Ice Cube and DJ Pooh.
DJ Pooh? What?
As in, Pooh Bear, like Winnie the Pooh. DJ Pooh.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yes. And Ice Cube is, of course, producing it with Matt Alvarez. And Matt Alvarez was the one that did Straight Outta Compton. Are We There Yet? Brick Mansions. Brick Mansions was pretty good.
Straight Outta Compton. Oh, Brick Mansions. Yeah, that was good. It had it had Paul Walker and it had David Bell.
Yep.
It's interesting to watch that one too, because that actually came from the movie District B13, which starred David Bell directly.
Yep.
That was actually, it's funny like that. Oh God, now I'm gonna feel old. That came out. That first movie came out. I think it was like a couple of years after free running and parkour and some of that stuff had really taken impact in some of the areas out here. And we were all jumping off fucking buildings and doing cool ninja shit, and it was a lot of fun. But no one knew what it was, and so like every time you were doing it, the police were called because They're like, what the fuck are you doing on the building? And they're just like, I'm climbing it. It's fine. It's fine. They're like, well, we're not responsible. You're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just climbing. It's cool. We actually had the cops called on us one of the times because a rent-a-cop saw us a couple blocks away going into an alleyway towards the evening in downtown. And he saw what looked like spray paint cans in our hands. Actually water bottles. And he called the local PD on us and then came to investigate. When he came to investigate, he discovered that we just had water bottles. And he was like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, we're just free running. And he's like, what the hell's that? He's like, you guys don't have spray paint? I was like, no, we just have water. And so then we got stuck and we got jammed up for like an hour giving police our information because they wanted to make sure that they had our info just in case it was found that something was broken into or something was missing. So, God damn it. Sorry.
Besides District B13, there was actually District 13 Ultimate.
District 13 was a different movie. That was the one about the alien.
No, District. No, it's called District.
Oh, you're talking Ultimatum. Yeah, sequel.
He reprised his role in District 13. B13. Ultimatum or whatever it's called.
Or wait,
or Ultimate or whatever.
I think I'm mixing it up.
Yeah, so no, District 13 was another movie, and they were supposed to make a part 2 to that, and they just never have. It's one of the saddest movies I've ever seen. But they did have 2 of the District 13 movies. Then they made Brick Mansions. Yep. After that.
Yeah, it was cool to see David Bell in there as a character with him. That was neat because like he'd been doing that for like I think 20 years by the time that Brick Mansions came out. 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
It was cool to see him actually get some film time on that.
And what's funny is that they're each 5 years apart from each other.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, well, somebody wants to reboot Rush Hour, the whole series.
Oh.
I don't think it's the right time for it, but that's probably why Rush Hour 4 is in development unknown, because I don't think there's really a market right now for it.
Rush Hour 4, I think, has kind of been in development hell for almost like 10 years now. I feel like that's one of those ones where it's been floated multiple times past some of the studios and past like some of the money men, and each time it just kind of gets shot down. A lot of that back in the day, and I'd imagine it's just only been inflated more like the concerns become more, is that Jackie Chan, by the time like 10 years ago came up, he was already getting older.
Oh, yeah.
And no one wanted to insure him for stunts.
Yeah.
Even like 15 years ago. And so I'm sure that's one of those things because like he enjoys doing all that stuff himself. And I'm sure it's one of those things where they want him on, but he probably can't get the insurance to cover himself in the film.
Well, let's put it this way. He's been executive producing stuff for a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
He has 6 things coming up, and it looks like most of them are kids related or straight up cartoons.
Yeah, he's moved away from the screen, which probably is also part of why Rush Hour 4 is just like sitting in development hell at this point. Is because
like
even if they could get it to work, like he's 70, I think, right around there.
Yeah, well, he's actually doing a comedy drama where he's actually old man suffering from Alzheimer's.
Oh, fuck. That's disappointing and saddening.
Yeah, that's one of them that's in development.
Oof,
Yeah. So I think,
that's hard content.
yeah. Yeah, like I said, and he's got Panda Plan 2, which we know is a cartoon. He has a voice role Once Upon a Zodiac. And then he's got 3 things, 5 Against Bullet, New Police Story 2, and Rush Hour 4. All 3 of those are in unknown status.
Yeah.
So yeah.
54. Yeah, he's 72 or 71. 71 roughly.
Yeah.
Yeesh. I don't know.
Yeah, he's done a lot of cartoons and a lot of voiceovers lately. Or the I'm the master, so I don't really have to do anything but stand there and look menacing.
I
Type
will
roles.
say, what was that one? I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. It was The Foreigner, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
And that one was really good. That was pretty intense because that starts off like pretty dark, and
Mhm.
he basically goes on a vengeance mission, and that was pretty good. Oh yeah, that was 2017. Sorry, that was a while.
Yeah.
But that one was really good. God, he even at that age, like in his 60s, late 60s,
Mhm.
he was still very formidable.
Yeah.
Like they made him very scary in that movie.
Well, I mean, he was in a Hidden Strike back in 2023.
Hmm?
He has a gun in hand, though.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think he's still trying. He's probably in there for a whole 5 seconds.
Probably.
We're
Who
gonna
they
make you
even
walk
get to
around.
replace him for a reboot, though?
Yeah, see, that's the thing is like you don't really have a lot of options.
No. Well. So
Like we don't have those action heroes anymore.
yeah, so I think it was Paramount Skydance. I think they have the Warner catalog now.
Mm,
So they have access to all of those previous movies to reboot if they want. And someone that is a backer for them wants them to reboot Rush Hour. And I just think it's a bad idea.
I would agree. I don't know who you'd even put in for his, and yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm
It
sure there's
seems
somebody, but I don't think it's going to come off as funny. I mean, Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan had a little bit more chemistry than it seemed in the first one. They kept on, getting better.
I've got an idea.
What?
Bear with me for a second, Fee. What
Oh,
if? Okay, what if Ryan Coogler
uh-huh.
rebooted Rush Hour,
No.
and instead of
No.
hold on, hear me out, and instead of them having like the good cop, bad cop, like different people, what
Uh-huh.
if Michael B. Jordan was the good cop and the bad cop, kind of like Double Team with Jean-Claude Van Damme back in the
Nah. 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 Okay, first of
no.
all,
But the secret about the one Michael B. Jordan that we didn't know is that he's actually learned like karate and Jeet Kune Do
no.
and all these things, and he's now
No.
like a stunt.
No, sorry.
No? Okay.
Sorry. I don't think he played very good twins and sinners, but I could be wrong.
Mhm.
I would have never known that you didn't like him in Sinners. I thought that 2 out of 10 came as all love from your heart.
I'm so sorry. I've just seen him act better than that. But that's just me. So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, what do we think? What do we think of this movie?
I want Fee to go first.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I think we
don't-
should have some guesses right now. I think we should have some guesses.
Yeah, chat. Drop some guesses on where you think this lands for us. This ought to be interesting.
I mean, I'm clearly not giving it like a 10 or whatever, but we'll see.
Let's only rate the first one though, not the third.
Yeah.
Let's do ourselves all a favor.
Yeah,
Sorry,
don't make me rate 3.
Yeah, don't make me do that. I don't want to do that. I value Presto and my friendship. I don't want to take a friend shit on that friendship.
Thanks. I appreciate you, bud.
You're welcome, man. Just being a bro.
We don't have any guesses?
No one.
Wow.
Everyone's quiet. They don't they don't want to upset Presto either.
Listen, I didn't make a movie. I have no connection in here.
Hmm.
All right, I'll go first then.
All right.
I give it a 5.
First.
A
Huh?
5?
I give it a 5. It was I mean, if you watch the trailer or just look at some pictures, it kind of shows what you're getting into. So, like I said before, there's nothing hidden where you like find out later, like, oh man, this totally wasn't what I expected. Like, no, it
Like
is.
Sinners?
It's anyways, it's exactly what you expect. A cheesy, low budget, fun movie. You could watch it again if you want or not. Some people will be mixed. Like, if it's on, I'll watch it again. I'm not gonna go out of my way. It's not gonna make like the holiday, maybe the holiday list. But yeah, I give it just a solid 5.
All right. All right, who's next? Not me.
You are.
No! I said not me.
No.
No,
No.
we
We
picked
said
you to
not.
go first to begin with. You were supposed to start off before you even
Wait,
said
wait,
it,
wait.
not me.
We got something.
There we go.
We got something.
Okay, so Poison says rating guesses 7 7 out of 10 for Fee. 8 out of 10 for Fuzzy. Wow, okay. Presto 5 out of 10. Mentioned said. Okay. And then 7.5 out of 10 for me. Okay. Fee, what you got?
I'm so sorry, everybody. Well, let's say this. Let's say this. Just to let y'all know. Okay. This was made on a budget of $3,500.
That's pretty good.
So
Yeah, that might affect
first
my
one was
score a little bit.
3,500.
Okay.
Okay. So wait a minute. Let me see what it lists the other one at. So the other one was 112,000.
Yeah, they did Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Should
So-
have.
So the first one was 3,500. Okay. So I don't know where they put that 112.
Stop stalling. What do you give the first one?
All right. I'm gonna give the first one, not the third one. The first one. I'll give it a 2.5.
Higher than Sinners. Wow.
just to fucking dig the knife in a little bit more about Sinners. Okay.
Well, I mean, it has some originality to it.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck
Mhm.
right off.
The
All the
sound
way
was
down the street.
good.
No.
You know, I expected bad acting anyway, you know.
Fuck.
And somebody that was trying to portray somebody in college that was actually, I swore that guy must have been going on his 40s.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
He
I mean,
was
sounds
he was
good.
he was a candidate for hair plugs.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't believe that
Wow.
Sinners got it. Like, You giving it a 2.5, whatever, that's fee shit. But then giving Sinners a 2.
Yeah.
So then according to that, you rather watch this over Sinners.
Yeah.
Wow.
Extra bullshit right there.
Yeah.
Especially since I had to watch Thankskilling twice. Mr. Fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
I guess I can do mine next. I'm not a fan of like downrating a movie that's just not my jam. Like there's
Yeah,
some
you do.
comedy in this. There's a there's some appeal as far as some one-liners and things along those lines. So while it's not necessarily what I was hoping for, I still give it a solid 5. It is watchable. It's not like the audio's messed up. It is some puppetry and some comedy along with the puppetry and the normal silliness, and the fact that it was made on a $3,500 budget, I kind of gave it a point, because that's like independent filmmaker level kind of stuff where you're basically paying for food for the crew and whatever equipment you use kind of deal. So to make it on 3,500, although the other one being 110, I'm not even going to bother scoring that one because I didn't see enough of it. But for the first one, I give it a solid 5. May not be your jam if you're not into, silly, not really toilet humor stuff, but kind of along those lines. But if you're in the mood for something that's just plain silly, some laughs, stuff that should be obvious, where the actors in the movie should know better as far as like what they're doing in the film, but it being a horror film, this is a good play on that stuff. Not the level of like a scary movie or anything like that, but not bad for a $3,500 budget. So a 5 it is.
And if you're a vegetarian and you want to see the turkey kill some humans, go for that.
Yeah.
You know that Poison put in a link to our last episode, Sinners?
Yeah, rightfully so. Because more people need to see the bullshit that you brought to the table that last week.
Exactly.
Was
Because
that
it
your way of like? I just think it was her way of doing like a clickbait thing, like to
That's
get more
what I'm-
views or something. Like,
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That shit, like, I was convinced that she was doing it just to bust our balls because we were so hard on Dead and Breakfast. I maintain that because there's no way you give that movie a 2.
Yeah, I did.
In good earn. Oh, fuck off.
It wasn't
Okay.
original.
Okay. Wasn't original. Okay. Yeah. Dead and Breakfast says hi. Very
More
original.
original than
It's not
that.
original. God damn it. Anyways, I think, again, focusing specifically on the first one, yeah, I mean, you go into this, and I did not watch trailer or anything going into it, and so I just wanted to not experience any of it until I just dove head deep into the pool. And this was a unique movie. It was definitely a bunch of college friends, like we talked about, that just got together to make this thing probably very high when they made this movie, because it would make sense, or at least when they wrote it. But there were some good one-liners. There were some entertaining spots in it. There was a lot of weird nonsense where I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Some of the relationships in that movie were very strange. Like, I forget the redneck friend that ends up getting chest bursted with a shotgun. But him and his buddy, there were interesting dynamics going on in the film between the characters. But I think for what they set out to do with that movie, even though it may not be my favorite thing in the world, I think they did it. They nailed it. I would probably give it about a 4.5.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I do have to give them credit for the fact that they ended up doing that thing on 3,500, because I feel like some of the other movies we've seen that had way bigger budgets, I don't know how you got overlooked and how you got played by these guys doing 3,500. With
Like sinners.
fuck off. With Thankskilling 3, though, one thing I do have to say is if that thing had 110 to 112K budget because of the Kickstarter, I sure as hell hope that someone's taxes were checked for the next business year, because this sounds like someone was doing some bullshit. Because I watched that and there was not. If you told me that one was $3,500 budget, I would have bought it. So I'm very curious, like, where'd the rest of that money go? Like, that's what we should be looking at.
Yeah.
That would be a good documentary, actually, of like, where the hell did that money go? It's just like The Room, right? Where like Wiseau would add like millions of dollars into that movie, and it happens to be like one of the worst movies ever. And you're just like, how? In that situation, it's because he was a weird guy and he had a preference with certain things. With this, it looks like straight up embezzlement.
Yeah, that was $6 million.
Yeah, and his was literally like the weirdest shit too, because they'd be filming on a rooftop for the movie. And he'd be like, no, you know what? I don't like the background. So he would literally have someone put together a green screen on the rooftop and have them film the scene against a green screen instead of the actual background of the city, because he thought it looked better and more natural than the actual city. Like, that shit was insane.
Did you know that 22,000 people on IMDb gave The Room a 10?
10 is wild to me. After seeing that movie a handful of times now, like, it is a bad movie, but it is one of those rare occasions where it does get better as you watch it time and time again. I don't feel like I can say the same with some other movies that are bad ones, but like, that one is so bad. And just knowing about all of the conversation and like the actual production behind it is just wild. I don't know. That's quite an experience.
And you know, it won an audience award for New York International Independent Film and Video Festival. Best feature film.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah,
but I do know that I do know that it still carries it carries the same type of behavior with fans as like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Where like you've got people that will load up those theaters and they're throwing fucking spoons at the screen, and you know, like you got all sorts of shit going on with it, and it's just become like this whole different thing. Like, it's its own experience. But anyways, yeah, 4.5 for Thankskilling.
Yeah. Sounds fair. So we got, what, 2 5s, a 4.5, and a 2.5.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Poisoned. You were shooting a little high for me on this one.
No, I think the fact that it didn't keep me from falling asleep, that's why it wasn't any higher than a 5. And you know,
you was in a deep sleep.
it was probably like, oh, this bullshit's on. I don't feel like getting up until the morning.
Yeah, but I made you watch it.
Well, he was
Yeah.
probably like, I'm gonna stay awake until I see the first pair of boobs, and then I'll assess. And then he saw the boobs within 30 seconds and was like, those were some busted ass boobs. If this is the best it's gonna get, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
No,
Incidentally, Thankskilling 3 also busted ass boobs.
So, just let you know, that individual that was partially unclothed, her name is Wanda Lust, and she has
Yeah,
performed.
I saw the name in the intro, and I did an active eye roll, and I heard myself go, it's like, oh, fuck. Really?
Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
She does a lot of older adult movies.
That checks out.
Yes. So she did have at least one film with Ginger Lynn.
Yeah, I mean, I could see 70-year-olds getting off on that. That's, yeah, I get it.
So, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, there's a pair of boobs for everyone, you know?
Anyway.
Those ones are just for the homeless guy down the street. That's all.
You're right. I think we're done with this one.
All right, outros. Do we want to burn through outros? I feel like we've all hit our Thanksgiving coma, like our hangover coma. Fuzzy. Oh no. People are asking for someone to take my mic away. Fuzzy, where can the people find you before we meet up this next time?
Oh, well, as always, love doing this podcast, even if we agree to disagree on some of the scores of some of the movies. I think for the most part.
So you're talking about me?
Anyway, for those that want to hear my rambles and rants on anything gaming related, just do a search for Fuzzy Belvedere. You can find me pretty much on social media as well as on any video game system platform, including PC. But for those that like the horror games, at some point I will be picking up. Oh, geez, now it escapes my mind. I definitely need to pick up Silent Hill 2, but what was the one from? What's that?
Chronos.
Yeah, Chronos. That one I definitely got to get. But that's going to have to wait until next month. Actually, no, I might pick it up tonight. I just probably won't get started playing until sometime next month, though. But yeah, as always, love being on here with you guys. And presto, where can people find you, or what will you have going on this next week or so?
I think just laying low right now, hanging out with the pup, trying to start training her. So, I guess you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Poison usually hooks us up with all of our stuff. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, and can't wait for the next movie, which is undecided as of now.
Yeah, that is true. We'll figure it out. All right, Silent.
Yeah, Poisoned was working on dropping our info in the chat, but Poisoned was also trying to be a more noble person than myself and defending the woman's busted set of boobs while I was attacking. So, you know, props to Poison for being the better person. I accept that I am a terrible person. I'm very aware of it for sure. As far as where you can find me, though, you can find me on social media as Silent Cypher on pretty much everywhere except for X. Find me on Xbox, playing some video games, probably playing some more Call of Duty, hopefully trying to get about halfway through the next Prestige. presto, we got to figure out if we can do crossplay between your PS4 and my Xbox Series system. That's one of the things that we still got to try and do.
Yeah.
But besides that, God, I don't know. I think that's probably one of the only games that's kind of got my attention at the moment. I did pick up Silent Hill 2, which I think I mentioned it last week, but for anyone here, if you weren't aware, Silent Hill 2 did come out on Xbox this last week. And if you're interested in getting it, it is available for you to purchase now. You will not see it advertised because of Sony's previous agreements and contract with Konami or Bloober Team. Yeah. So you won't see anything on that, but it is on the store. So if you're interested, definitely snag it. I started playing that one, and damn, like the visuals are pretty good, and I really like what they've been doing with the flash in from like cutscenes to actual gameplay. It's very smooth. It looks very seamless. I was pretty impressed so far with that remake. So looking forward to playing that. And yes, as Poison Maniac mentions in the chat, is currently 50% off for Silent Hill 2. So I think you get it for like $35, which is pretty solid for a nice new remake of a game that came out back in like 2001, 2002. So yeah, besides that, yeah, I'd maybe just hopefully catching some more movies and just chilling, trying to recover after Thanksgiving chaos.
I see talking about video games again.
Yep. Real quick before I forget though, chat, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thanks for tolerating fees 2 out of 10 on Sinners. And yeah, thanks for continuing to come out and hang out with us.
Sinners, hey, Sinners deserved it too. Other people said so too.
No, no one said that. No one said that.
I got evidence. Anyway,
bring receipts. Bring receipts, and I'll review it, and I'll question those people.
Whatever. All right, so we will be picking a movie soon. I will be hanging out with Fuzzy, and then going back to work, unfortunately, for 3 straight weeks. And this way, Fuzzy can get all of his whatchamacallit in, all of his video game time in, right?
Something like that.
Something like that. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh my gosh. Anyway, these advertisements. Anyway, so we will figure out a movie, and for Friday, we all good for next Friday?
Yeah.
I got one.
Hold on, let me just double check. Next Friday is the 5th.
Yes.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. And we'll talk about the other. I don't know. Maybe I should lock in the day after Thanksgiving. I mean, the day after December, Christmas. Should I lock that in right now?
December.
We gonna have people over, trying to avoid people.
I'm not 100% sure what that looks like. I can. Hopefully no one here has been hearing any noise in the background because they're working through a whole bunch of stuff, like old keepsakes and stuff in the other room.
Ooh.
But yeah, I don't think they're actually here for Christmas. I think we have a quiet Christmas, I think.
Oh, that's interesting.
So stay tuned. We'll see.
I will. All right, so we will figure that out. And we will let everybody know what the movie is for next week. And hopefully we can one day agree on a movie. All right. So, bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.